if I just flip the camera?
Hello, everybody. Good evening, honorable guests, friends, members of the Indo-Canada Cultural and Heritage Association. My name is Romel Dalla. It is a privilege and a joy to introduce someone who is so many things to Winnipeg and many things to the Indian community as well. Terry Duguid is an honorable parliamentarian, a tireless builder, and Terry has been an extremely reliable and extended member of the broader Indo-Canadian family. He is so good to our community that I personally step away from politics that may impede him, because that is the last thing we would ever want to do. We need Terry. He's done so much for all of us, but more on that later. We're here to honor service, and Terry's service has always been tangible, measurable, and deeply transformational. Consider what his career has done for our society. When Terry introduced Winnipeg's first Blue Box recycling program, he didn't just clean up our curbs. He launched an entire local recycling and environmental services sector, creating jobs and helping our city's manufacturers adapt to a greener economy. As chair of Public Works, he negotiated Winnipeg's first multi-level federal provincial infrastructure program, unlocking hundreds of millions of dollars for roads, water, treatment plants, and public transit. Investments that created thousands of jobs and improved how we move and grow. His leadership on Lake Winnipeg restoration and the Red River floodway expansion protected billions of dollars worth of homes and farmland from climate-driven flooding while safeguarding the lake's tourism, fisheries, and regional economy. As co-chair of the Federal SARS Task Force and founding CEO of the International Center for Infectious Diseases, he positioned Winnipeg as a national hub for bioscience and pandemic response, spurring public-private sector partnerships and high-value research jobs. Federally, he has secured and directed transformative investments, over $120 million in long-term predictable public transit funding, over $58 million for nearly 2,500 new affordable homes in Winnipeg, millions for the performing arts, reconciliation, and green infrastructure that fuel cultural vitality and inclusive growth that has directly benefited our community. He brought a homegrown program that planted over 71,000 trees, seeding not just an urban forest, but years of local horticulture and nursery employment. And of course, his creation of the Canada Water Agency and his success in bringing its headquarters to Winnipeg means a new federal center of excellence and decades of high-paying science and policy jobs right here at home. Put it all together, and Terry's fingerprints are on billions of dollars of infrastructure, thousands of new jobs, safer homes and farmland, world-class health and bioscience capacity, and a Winnipeg that's greener, more resilient, and globally competitive. Few public servants can say their work touches how we commute, how we build, how we stay safe from floods and pandemics, how we house our families, and how we prepare for the economy of tomorrow. Terry can say all of those things, and that is amazing. And yet, for all that, he remains the same Terry who will show up to all of our cultural events and wedding celebrations, share a laugh, and ask you how your family's doing, because he knows us. Terry has always been a member of our community, ever since he was one of the first to speak out against racial discrimination when Punjabis were being targeted for wearing turbans in the public service. He has stood with our community on every issue. He has helped hundreds, if not thousands, of Indian families with their daily struggles and with reuniting with their loved ones. Terry has always been there for us, always. Born and raised in Winnipeg, Terry is the son of Georgina and the legendary world champion curler Don Dugan. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology from Carleton University and a Master of Environmental Design and Science from the University of Calgary, grounding his public service in real science. He served on the Winnipeg City Council from 1989 to 1995, chairing public works and pioneering citywide recycling. After municipal service, he led pivotal environmental and public health initiatives, including chairing the Manitoba Clean Environment Commission and founding the International Center for Infectious Diseases. Federally, voters in Winnipeg South elected him in 2015 and re-elected him in 2019 and 2021, during which he served as parliamentary secretary roles on environment, social development, gender equality, and economic development. In 2024 and 2025, he entered cabinet, first as a Minister of Sport and Minister responsible for Prairie's economic development in Canada, and then as Minister Environment of Climate Change, before returning to the House as Winnipeg South's steadfast voice and a senior member of Parliament for Manitoba and leading Manitoba Caucus. So, for a lifetime of meritorious service to the welfare of society, for pioneering environmental stewardship from Winnipeg's first Blue Box program to national freshwater leadership, for building enduring public interest institutions in health and sciences, including the International Center for Infectious Diseases, for championing Lake Winnipeg flood protection in the Canada Water Agency headquartered in Winnipeg, and for investing federal resources into transit, housing, parks, culture, reconciliation, the urban economy, rooted in service to one of Canada's most diverse ridings, and for standing shoulder to shoulder with the Indo-Canadian community time and time again, and in celebration and solidarity over the decades. The Indo-Canada Cultural and Heritage Association is proud to recognize the Honorable Terry Duguid with the Distinguished Service Award for exemplary public service, civic courage, and a career defined by results for Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Duguid.